thank you for joining us in our podcast called The Growth Journey. This is the place where you will start your personal growth and development. I'm glad you're here. I'm your host, Sheryl. The law of self-awareness says you have to know yourself to grow yourself. So today we will talk about your self-awareness and why this is important to your growth. By definition, self-awareness is the capacity for introspection and the ability to recognize oneself as an individual, separate from the environment and other individuals. At the very young age, I am aware that I am not the smartest person in my class. No matter how hard I try to study and push myself to be number one, I never succeeded. I believed the last time I got my award or medal when I was a kindergarten. Because, and this is my perception, I was cute because they told me, and my teacher is my mom's best friend. That's the only time I got an award in school. And since then, I've tried to be part of the honor roll, but I never got it. I tried to join the sports. I wasn't the best of it. Overall, my results in my school years are just average. Not even above average, just average. I'm not okay with it, being average, because I knew I can do so much more. I knew I am competitive in a sense that I am competitive for myself. I never ever had the chance to compare myself to others, and thankfully, I never felt jealous of what my friends got or my classmates got compared to what I have. I never had that urge. I knew that I can be more, but not quite sure yet what it is until later in my career. So perhaps I'm a slow learner. So for parents who have kids who are listening right now, your kids would like to do better. That's the truth. And they would like to succeed. If they are not there yet, they're not succeeding yet, just give them some time. They know deep down that they can be more and they have more things to offer in this world. We all feeling this way when we were kids. We want to be the best and we would like our parents to be proud of us. We as parents, our job is to always cheer them on and be the inspiration for them. Their time will come. When I knew I was gifted in working with people, or connecting with them in a way that they feel motivated, inspired, this is how I got most of the stuff done, through people. If you recall our episode on the importance of connecting, episode 4, I spoke on this in a great details on the greatest skills that someone could have is to connect with people. Even if you are the most knowledgeable, have all the technical knowledge, the most powerful person in a room, if you want to get your stuff done and build a true, genuine relationships with others, you need people to work with you. So if you have missed the importance of connecting, episode 4, feel free to go back again and we'll do a refresher, or perhaps you want to redo it again. So for most people, finding themselves and growing to their potential is a bit of catch-22. And why did I say that? It is because you have to know who you are to grow to your potential. But then you have to grow in order to know who you are. So Gretchen and Rubin have said that self-awareness is a key to your mastery. So what would be the first step on how to grow yourself? So first, you have to know what your strengths are. What are you naturally gifted at? The second one is to know what your weaknesses are, what you're not really good at. Then the third one is to know what are your interests are. Once you know your strengths, your weaknesses, and your interests, then find out your opportunities so that you can apply this. If there is no opportunity or there's no something that is available to you, more than likely it's out there. You just have to find it. There are many opportunities out there for you. You just have to know where to find them. If they are not available, well, guess what? You get to create them. And you will be the pioneer for this opportunity. You will be the one who will open the doors to those who have similar interests like yours. It is unlimited. So self-awareness is like reading on a map. When you find your way to a destination that says, you are here, like a big circle, it says you are here. So there are three kinds of people when it comes to having direction in life. So number one, people who don't know what they would like to do. So these people often confused. John says these people are lack of strong sense of purpose. They don't possess a sense of direction for their lives. If they are growing, they are unfocused about it. They double, they drift. They can't reach their full potential because they have no idea what to shoot for. I have known many people like this. I have tried to teach and mentor someone like this. It was okay at the beginning. However, they always changes their mind of what they really wanted to do and don't have an idea what they really wanted out of their lives. So, in order to be mentored and coached, make sure you are also a person who is coachable and teachable. So number two, people who know what they would like to do but don't do it. So this type of people could be frustrated or procrastination. I will explore more on procrastinations, as I know many who know someone that knows someone who procrastinate, right? Do you know that the opposite of procrastination is decision? In Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill have said the accurate analysis of over 25,000 men and women who had experienced failure disclosed the fact that lack of decision was near the head of the list of the 30 major causes of failure. This is no mere statement of a theory, it is a fact. Procrastination, the opposite of decision. It is a common enemy which practically every man must conquer. He also added that people who had accumulated fortunes well beyond the $1 million mark disclosed the fact that every one of them had the ability of reaching decisions promptly and changing decisions slowly, if and when there were changes. People who fail to accumulate money, without exception, have the habit of changing directions, if at all, very slowly, and changing this decision quickly and often. So knowing this, would you continue on to be known as procrastinate person or to be known as who make decisions? Here's another reason why people who know what they would like to do but don't do it. It is because they are easily influenced by the opinions of others. They permit the gossiping neighbors, news media, social media to do their thinking for them. Napoleon Hill says it best: opinions are the cheapest commodities on earth. Everyone has a flock of opinions ready to be wished upon anyone who will accept them. If you are influenced by opinions when you reach decisions, you will not succeed. If you are influenced by the opinions of others, you will have no desire of your own. Keep your own counsel. When you begin to put into practice by reaching your own decision and follow them. You have a brain and mind of your own. Use it and reach your own decision. I'm very fortunate that I have never had this problem, both procrastination and opinions of others. If I wanted to implement something like this, podcast for example, I didn't hesitate or procrastinate about it. I made a decision to do it right away. I asked people on their feedback and ways to improve, and that's about it. Opinion is just that, opinions. It won't affect me in any ways or another. Besides, make a note of this. Opinions of others won't pay my bills. That's the truth of that. They won't pay my bills. Never has and never been. So keep those in mind. So let's keep it going. Number 3. People who know what they would like to do and do it. So I hope you are the number 3 person. If not, this is something that you need to work on. The third kind of people who know themselves possess a strong sense of passion, are focused in purpose, grow in areas that help them move closer to their purpose, and do what they were created to do. The word that describes them is fulfilled. You see them. You notice those people who like what they do and they're doing it, they are passionate about it. They cannot stop talking about it. They're sharing it with other people freely. They broadcasted the energy to the universe. And they got the result that they want. So when people found the fulfillment in their life or found the successes in life, many of them are becoming a great contributor in our society. So if you are already fulfilled for what you are doing right now, you are probably fall into, should you choose to, the law of contributions. So the law of contributions that says growing yourself enables you to grow others. This is why important. This is what we're doing right now. That's why this podcast is about. You start here to grow, and hopefully you find your strength, and you know your weaknesses, and you know your interest, and you find your opportunity to do them. If you're still undecided or procrastinated, maybe this should be a wake-up call, and maybe you should start making a decision on your own, not based on the opinion of others. Then when you do something that you really want to do and you're passionate about it and aligned to your strength and talent and gifts, you will then fulfilled for what you're doing, whatever work that will be. And then when you're fulfilled, you become contributor to our society. So law of contributions that says growing yourself enables you to grow others. So I hope this is what the intent of this podcast I did grow myself, now I want to be a contributor to you, and so you can grow others as well. So here are the 2 examples of people who cultivate the attitude of contributions. Number 1, they are grateful. John Maxwell has said, there is no success without sacrifice. If we succeed without sacrifice, then it is because someone who went before us made the sacrifice. If you sacrifice and don't see success, then someone who follows will reap success from your sacrifice. I am the recipient of many benefits that sometimes I think I do not deserve. Someone else paid for me. My grandmother paid for the sacrifice to help us to get to the US, to the United States, to migrate here legally. And I'm grateful for that. My mom made so many sacrifices for us while living in poverty back home in Philippines. And I'm grateful for that experience, to the teaching, the values, the foundation that we all have. I'm very grateful for that. I have so many things to be grateful for their sacrifices. I'm sure you too. You can think of a lot of people who sacrificed for you to get to where you are today and who have helped you along the way. You have someone to be thankful for and grateful for, so make sure you tell them whenever you get a chance. It is important that they hear it from you, because we have not done this enough. We have not done enough to thank someone who did sacrifice for us and give it all. And make sure you say that. So number 2, focus on self-development, not self-fulfillment. Do you know the difference of self-development and self-fulfillment? So self-fulfillment thinks of how something serves me. However, self-development thinks of how something helps me to serve others. So with self-fulfillment, feeling good is the product. With self-development, feeling good is the byproduct. So the difference of these two is the motive. M-O-T-I-V-E, motive. Self-fulfillment means doing what I enjoy most and will receive the most strokes for doing it. While self-development means doing what I am talented and uniquely fit to do. And that becomes my responsibility. So the question is for you is, what will it be like when you get to do what you wanted to do? What does it look like? And how you feel about it? Each one of us have different definition of success. I think the first step for you is self-awareness of and defined what success means to you. What success means to you, and what success looks like to you. When you have a clear define your own success, you will then have something to work towards or to work something on. You don't have to have all the answers right now, but you will get the answers along the way, especially when you're asking this question to you. What is success means to you? So define it, envision it, plan it, and make a decision to take action. Only through actions you will get the result you want. So the last piece of this lesson in self-awareness is keep your emotions in check at all times. Have you ever get into the situation where you are in a bad mood or anger or on something or at someone? If someone did something to you that you didn't like, I'm sure you have, and we all have experienced that. If you are mad either with your customers, your colleagues, your family members, your friends, or whoever, I was reminded that don't ever put this in writing, either via emails or text messages, or perhaps post in social media, especially if you are in a workplace. Why? Because sometimes when we put our anger in writing, we are living and experiencing our anger in that moment. And more than likely, we were stressed. We are burned out. We have a lot going on in our personal life, and added the event that you just had that made you mad or angry. It is too much for someone to handle. And when you were, remember when you were kids or a toddler, or even your toddler or your kids, they throw tantrum themselves and put them and throw themselves in the floor and make a tantrum. And for adults, we handle our stress, our emotions differently. Now, if you did wrote in your anger, in long text messages or in an email, before you sent it, before you push that button send, first go outside. Have a little walk. Get some fresh air. Or listen to a good music that will help to calm you down. Then go back to your desk or to your phone, look at your phone, and read what you just wrote. And see if you still feel the same way. But guess what? More than likely, you don't feel the same way. There are times we need a reset button to start over. If you come back and you feel reset when you are ready to talk, it will be good to talk to that person directly, face to face or via phone. So the person know how you really feel and stop the guessing game. People cannot read our minds or your mind on how you feel. There are times you have to say it as it is and come up with the solutions on how you and the person can reconcile and move on forward. I know it's easier than done, but it is something that we can start with today. So always keep your emotions in check and cut it as soon as you can. Reset yourself by going for a walk, go get some fresh air outside, and listen to the music or however that helps you calm you down, because you don't want to say something that you will regret later on. And sometimes those we cannot get it back. You've seen this before. You've seen this in the social media when someone posting something inappropriate. Then they're trying to take it down. It's too late. They get fired for their job or whatnot. Or they get more upset with their family members and things like that. And then they apologize to the person and it's too late. They're already hurt. Because this is the thing. And you have to remember this. That words matter. Words matter. Either you lift and inspired someone or you hurt someone. It's your choice. And words are free. It's how you use them that may cost you. So I hope this podcast had helped you or help you to think about your self-awareness and how you deal with them, especially your emotions, keep them in check. And I hope this add value to you. I hope this is something that you can think about later on. How can you make it better? How you become more self-aware about yourself, your strength, your weaknesses, your interests, and see if there's opportunity out there for you, and there's not, then you can create them. So if you feel like this episode helped you and you know someone that you think that they need help to find their self-awareness, this is one of those soft skills that they were talking about. So we were talking about more about soft skills in a future episode. So this is one of those. Self-awareness is very, very important. So with that, I hope you like this episode, and feel free, if you do, share it with anyone. Share it to the people that you know at work, friends, colleagues, acquaintances, so people that you know. And also feel free to put a comments on send feedback or suggestion on what topic you would like to hear in our next episode or future episode. I have my email address at Sheryl@SherylIHeart.com, and I will read them all. It will be great to know that this episode or the past episodes for a few weeks have helped you in some ways, and I would like to hear them all. Also, feel free to check out our website at www.shareiheart.com. Depending on when you are listening to this episode, feel free to sign up so you will be included in our email list. We will let you know as soon as this course is available. So before I sign off, I would like you to always remember this. If you don't invest in your own personal growth, no one will. Take care and be well.